Well, the bubble has burst. Queensland will reinstate a hard border with New South Wales at 1 a.m. after a man with coronavirus spent time in northern New South Wales. Thanks to Peter Gleeson, my colleague here at Sky News, we've learnt that Queensland is considering keeping the gates shut until 90% of its residents are vaccinated. They don't trust the scientists, do they? Premier Palaszczuk has denied the report, but she wasn't too convincing today.
That is misinformation that was being peddled today. Let me say categorically, National Cabinet is working on a national plan. We are waiting for further information to come from the Doherty modelling to National Cabinet in a fortnight's time.
What do you believe about her? It's another blow to tourism businesses struggling to survive. State leaders signed up to a national plan based on Doherty Institute modelling to reopen state borders once double vaccination rates hit 80%. It is so simple. No wiggle room there. Daniel Gschwind is the CEO of the Queensland Tourism Industry Council, and he joins us right now. Daniel, conflicting messages from the Queensland government and health officials. How are you reading what actually might happen, or are you in the dark like most of us are?
Well, Chris, I think I'll go with the clip that you just played, where the Premier categorically said that we'll stick with the national plan. As far as we know, the national plan is 80% vaccination rates. We'll then open borders. So that's what I hear, that's what I like to hear, and that's what we'll go with. But it doesn't help when information leads to confusion, leads to uncertainty amongst consumers and amongst businesses, of course.
You're not wrong. And where is Queensland's roadmap out of lockdown or out of where we are now? Where's Anastasia Palaszczuk's roadmap?
Well, we've had a number of roadmaps and strategies that have been put out over the last 6 months, 10 months, and we need an update. We need clarity. We need absolute certainty how we get to Christmas. For our industry, as you would appreciate, the summer holiday is critical. We need Christmas this year. We need big presents for Christmas, and that comes in the form of visitors from interstate and certainly from all around Australia. That's what we absolutely need, and we need to know how we get there. We know, and even the Queensland Premier has said, as everybody else, we will need to learn how to live with this virus and the presence of the virus somewhere on the planet. And how we arrange that, we have to have confidence that we know how we get there. We have vaccination programs, we have tracing programs, we have all the other health and safety measures in place. So with all of that, we should have enough in our arsenal to be confident about the future, how we can normalise our lives to some extent.
So what's your advice to Australians living outside of Queensland who might be considering booking and getting their family to Queensland for the summer holidays? Should they rely on Anastasia Palaszczuk?
Well, they should keep the faith with our industry to some extent. You know, we are suffering. We may not be in lockdown, and we appreciate that. But we are absolutely ecstatic, of course, that we can travel around Queensland. But we suffer. Our industry suffers nevertheless. You know, the interstate visitors are important to us. We miss you guys for commercial reasons, but also generally because we're all Australians. So we want to see you up here. So keep the faith. Don't punish us for what the circumstances may be. You know, and come back as soon as possible. And yes, certainly consider booking, look what's available, and make arrangements that don't put you at risk of losing deposits. Make sure you can your deposit is refunded, and then make your plans.
And that is the important question to ask when you start booking to go to Queensland. You're exactly right. Daniel Gschwind, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Chris.